Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the WPS podcast. That is Why People Suck. I'm Celia, and I'm joined by my co host, best friend, and sister, Alejandra.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be back for another episode where we call out all the ways people are super annoying and talk about what we can actually do about it. We say it so you don't have to. Today, we're talking about boring people behavior. So basically, what I mean here is so Celia and I are Latin, and we come from families that are very loud, rambunctious, and we just like to have fun. Like the stereotype of Latin people is so true about us just being loud and being crazy and just not really having, I don't know, I don't want to say that we don't have boundaries because we do have boundaries, but we just especially when it comes to family, we are so family oriented and family is everything. And when we're together with family, that energy just bounces off the walls and we are just so happy to be together. And it's just I don't really know how to explain it. If you're not Latin, you probably just don't get it. I'm sorry. We're very
Yeah.
loud, emotional, over involved, sometimes chaotic, but and we just love to hang out together. If you go visit
Yeah.
a city where you have family, you go see your family. It's like a whole party.
Yeah. We like to have fun. I think is how I would like to describe it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, when you're in environments where it just seems so stale and boring and
Like a business meeting. And I just I don't get it because especially when you're with family or your close friends, it should be fun. It shouldn't be this everyone is sitting around the circle, tell me what you did this year. And it's Christmas dinner and you're just what is going on? And then everyone's gone by 9 p.m. No, 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 no. One of the best examples is when we had Christmas a couple of years ago, our family who lives in Miami, they hosted us. And so everyone came from all over the world, basically, to have Christmas so we could all be together. And man, that week was it felt like how it felt when we were growing up and everybody was living in the same, city. And it was so much fun. And Christmas itself, basically, we all went to church. And then after church, we went to our aunt and uncle's house and we partied until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I feel like my husband was just not prepared for it. He was just we don't have dinner till 10 p.m.
yeah.
Because for them, it's done and everybody's gone by 9 p.m. And it's, and I'm not saying that's they like that. That's fine. But that is not how we do things. We hang out and we dance and we laugh and we have a good time and it's just, and we eat and, the kids stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I remember doing that as a kid. And that was so fun for me. I love that. And I want that for my kids. I don't want them to be oh, Christmas is basically just another day. Cool.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. And it's not like we are hating on other cultures because I know a lot is cultural, but it's more of just saying we want to spread the happiness and it's kind of annoying and a damper when our efforts to, bring the happiness are not what's the word take it
Rec-
into account or it's
yeah.
reciprocated. It's not working. It was I just want to bring happy energy and you are bringing me down. You are being a party pooper. That is, I think, the feeling that we're trying to transmit here. Not
Yeah.
the hater behavior, but like actually the opposite. We want to bring you happiness and joy, and we want you to want it.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe some people probably see it and they're just that's just chaos. Why would anyone want to live in chaos? So I can see that point. I just
Mhm.
don't agree.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I disagree. You are wrong. Our
Yeah.
way's better.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
totally. I think when there's special occasions and people just don't get into it. But this could be, I'm thinking if we go to an Indian wedding or something and we're being boring and we're not getting into it, or if we go, I don't know, so many different cultures do weddings in such amazing, interesting ways, and we show up and we're just sitting there not doing anything. that would suck, I think. That's not cool, that's not good behavior, so that also ties into that, like, just trying to embrace the fun and the happiness.
Yes. I've actually gone to a wedding before where, half of the people were Latin and half of the people were not. I'm not gonna say what they were because it doesn't really matter. But so we started dancing and we kept asking the DJ to play, kind of our music, like reggaeton and like fun Latin music, like Shakira and, whatever, just like fun dance music. And we started dancing. And all of the other non Latins for a period of time just like stared at us in horror. And I was like, it almost to the point where it made us uncomfortable. We were like, are we doing something wrong? Like, should we leave? I don't understand. Like that's a fun thing. Like
Yeah.
at a wedding, you dance. I don't understand what was
Mhm.
so weird about that. It was just like, but we were being stared at. Like what we were doing was like, oh, I can't believe you guys are dancing. How dare you? It was just like, okay, like calm down, Footloose. Okay, we're not doing anything wrong. We're just we're just dancing to fun music.
Totally. No, definitely. Other than Christmas, which is something also that I noticed the difference, like obviously with my husband's family, their British is like different as well, but also weddings is another occasion where you totally feel that difference. I've been
Mhm.
to a few weddings here in the UK and also some in the US, and I'll say they're kind of similar. It's like they don't have that kind of happy, strong energy that I'm used to. It's
Yeah.
so funny. And yeah, I'm like, "Ooh, so when's the dancing gonna start?" And then like the music is just stuff that I'm like, I don't know how to dance to this. Like just I put my fist up in the air and that's it. Like what else can I do with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny. It is, yeah, I always dread having to go to certain events that I'm just like, "Ugh," I'm just gonna be sitting there and I'm gonna be so bored and just, like, basically making small talk with people, and it's just like, ugh, I don't wanna do that, like, I feel like I'm at work, to be honest, that's not fun for me. I wanna be able to, like, dance and let loose and, like, talk to people and, be loud and not be, like, stared at for being loud and fun. It's just I don't know, I don't really understand. Yeah,
Yeah. Me
I have do you I think you're gonna know who I'm talking about, but, like, we have an aunt, uncle who are, like, just, like, the most chill people you will ever meet. They will like, you'll invite them to your house, and they'll show up whenever they show up, and you know this about them, like, they show up whenever, and whenever they show up, they'll be there for, like, 5 hours. Even if they should like, you invited them over at 6 o'clock, they don't show up till 8 o'clock, they'll be there till midnight. And, like and they're just like,
yeah.
"Oh, yeah, we have to drive home about an hour and a half," and so you're just kinda like, "Okay, so they're gonna leave by, like, 10, right?" They don't care. They're just like, they're just, like, so chill, and I envy that level of chill, right? Because I'm always like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, no, we gotta drive an hour and a half, like, we gotta go, we gotta end the fun now," and that's annoying, and I hate being that person, but also I don't wanna get to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning either, like, there's some balance in my craziness too. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's, like, not atypical for Latin people, I feel like, though. Don't you agree?
Yeah. No, I totally agreed. And earlier you said like our Christmas ended at 1 a.m. Like that's actually kind of early. Some people are like, just keep that party going. Actually, we recently went to our cousin's wedding. Oh man, this was so much fun. We just stayed up like till 3 in the morning, and I love that they have these neighbors. They're also Latin,
Yeah.
and they had said goodbye. Like they had a 2-year-old with them. The 2-year-old was with us till past midnight. That was so much fun. And then finally they left, right? And then we're inside, like the girls are inside, and then we're like, oh, where are the guys? And so we go outside and we notice that the guy neighbor had snuck back in through the backyard and he was still partying, just popped a beer open 3 in the morning. Love that.
I know, and that's so right, and you know what? The reason why that Christmas ended early, I don't wanna throw my husband under the bus, but I'm totally going to. He was like, "It's 1 a.m., the kids need to get to bed," and I was like, "Fine, we'll go." And then at that point, everybody was like, "Okay, fine, we'll go, it's 1 a.m." He wasn't wrong. The kids did need to go to bed.
Well, put them to bed in the guest room. Me, your
Yeah.
sister, telling you this. Don't
What?
end the fun. I'm saying me,
Oh,
your
yeah.
sister, telling you this, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and they totally would have been fine with that, but I could tell that at that point he was like, "Okay, we gotta go," and I was like, "Okay, fine." And yes, we do have a full, like, week of hanging out together, so we've got a lot of time to continue partying, so I was like, "Fine."
Yeah, I really do love those people that really show up for you and they're there for you till the end. I still remember like the people who stayed for our after party at our wedding. I was like, you guys are the real OGs. I love you all so much. Like, yeah, you rallied for me. And I feel like I definitely do that for people too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, now I'm feeling not in my 20s anymore, but I'm like, okay, but it's a special occasion. So we stayed up till 3 a.m. for that wedding, like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
because you do it for the people you love. So I don't like the energy that is bringing that down.
Yeah. Yep. No, I totally get that, but yeah, I think that's kind of what we mean when we mean, like, boring people. It's just like, I especially don't like it when your vibe ruins my vibe, you know?
Yes, exactly. That is the worst when
Yeah.
you're bringing other people down. So my advice to people who feel that way about others is like, do it anyways. You have your fun. Screw those people. And if you can't cut them out because maybe they're family, just don't invite them to stuff. Whatever. Or
Yeah.
just keep the party going, even if they want to be boring. Call them
Yeah.
out. Be like, why are you being a party pooper? Look at everyone else. Get everyone else on board and boo them or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I read this really funny, kinda like comparison, like Latino party versus a boring people party, and it was like Latino party starts at 9 p.m., ends at sunrise, children asleep on jackets, loud music, the random uncle grilling at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody dancing against their will, or like you end up doing karaoke, which, oh, God forbid, but that happens. And then the boring people party is like starts at 5, cheese boards, discussing your like 401k, a quiet little calm indie playlist, and we're wrapping up around 10, and then everybody drove separately.
Yeah. You know what? Just you describing that made me also feel like so judged. I like envisioned myself at this party on my third glass of wine and someone just staring at me, judging me. And I was like, this is the energy that I
I don't need that kind of negativity. Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. I know, it's like Latinos hear music and we are like immediately just start moving and we're like, "Where are my other Latinos at?" We like summon all the other ones like the Avengers. We're like, "Avengers assemble."
Yeah. Bring the good vibes with the music.
Yeah, exactly.
The music does really make you feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I was thinking we could play a fun game called Latino or Serial Killer, and so basically I'll just read out a scenario.
What? Okay.
If we could decide if this is Latino behavior or serial killer behavior.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. This man hosted a birthday party and told everyone not to stay too late. Serial killer.
Serial killer, yeah.
Definitely not a Latin person. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, the second one. The host said, "Don't bring anything. We already have enough food." Latino,
That is Latino, yeah.
for sure. Or they're like, "Bring a little salad," and then somebody shows up with like 15 different salads. That's a Latin person.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, went to a family event and did not take leftovers home.
That is serial killer.
Serial killer behavior, definitely not a Latin person. This is feeling more like Latin or not
Yeah.
Latin versus like 'cause it's not necessarily like a serial killer. It's not a serial killer offense, but like if you go to a Latin party, they're like, "Please take
Yeah.
some food home. We have so much food."
Yeah, I think it's more like Latin or not.
Yeah, yeah. Someone knocked on the door unexpectedly and they did not answer.
And they did not answer?
Probably psychopath, I guess.
Not Latin.
Not Latin.
Yeah.
Latins are like, "Hooray, oh, it's probably an ant," and it probably is like an ant or something just dropping by to drop something off real
Yeah.
quick and then stays for an hour.
Totally.
Um, oh, they had a wedding with no dancing? Okay, psycho for
That's
sure.
psycho. Yeah,
Like, this is like
for
that wedding that
sure.
I went to that I told you about where the Latins started dancing and then we were all getting stared at for dancing. Like, bunch of psychos, man. Who does that? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, a person described a party as a little too loud. I'm
that's not
shocked that you
lying.
were invited. Yeah. I'm shocked you were invited. To be honest, you sound boring.
Yeah.
Oh, they only invited close family to Christmas dinner? Not Latin, that's for sure.
I mean, it's not Latin. Yeah, not Latin.
Yeah. Okay, this game is actually called Latin or Not Latin. It's not necessarily psycho behavior, although some of this is psycho behavior, but
The one about the dancing, I think, would be like the one I would say, okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
because are there any cultures that don't dance? Just Footloose, the town of Footloose is the only thing that comes to mind where it's like not
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, stop it right here, but they do eventually allow dancing again.
Oh, yeah.
Um, oh, nobody yelling at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Not a Latin party,
Not
that's for sure.
Latin.
Yeah, I think look, we
Yeah.
just get louder. Like we're not yelling at each other. We're just loud people. So it sounds like we're yelling, but we're not. And especially if you don't understand the language, I can see how you would think that we're just yelling at each other, but we're definitely not. We're just loud. Oh, okay. And then the last one, at a birthday party, there was no music playing.
Psycho.
Yep.
Again,
Psycho.
Footloose. Yeah.
Loose for sure. All right, that was fun. I feel like we're just
Yeah.
such a fun culture. I don't know. I think it's just easy for us to call things boring that maybe other people wouldn't because we're just so over the top.
Yeah. It's true. We just
Yeah.
like to have fun. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. Life
Yeah.
is meant to be happy.
I agree.
That is what I think. And if someone tries to bring you down when you're having fun, then they're just rude. And you can tell them that and or cut them off. Which seems
Yep.
to be my advice lately for things like that. Just build the life you want. Surround yourself with people who give you the energy you want.
Yeah. 100%. I agree with that. I'm on board with that. All right. That's it. That's enough about me ranting, I guess.
Well, this was fun. We want to hear from our audience too. What do you think about all this that we talked about? Is your family like that? Is your culture like that? Are you Latin? Do you feel seen? Do you feel like we explained this properly? We want to know your opinion and how you feel about everything.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely want to hear from other cultures also. Like, what do you guys think about the Latin culture? Like, are we too much? Are we too loud? Is it like, are you intimidated?
Yeah, I actually do want to hear that too.
Yeah.
So DM us and let us know or follow us at the WPS podcast. Like, share, comment, and let us know how you feel about it. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. We said it, so you didn't have to. We'll see you next time.
Bye. See you next time.